Yes, friends, I'm live now. Yes. Good evening to everyone. This is Santu Sahu, and you are watching Sahu's tutorial. I hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty. I hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty. So, in this YouTube video here, I'll be covering some MCQ questions on feminism and women's studies for the upcoming UGC NET exam. Do join quickly and let me share the link in my Telegram channel. Those who have not joined it, you can join the Telegram channel, that is Santu Sahu UGC NET. I hope you are all well and doing well. So I think everything is okay. Please do let me know, is everything okay? And PPT is also visible to all of you. Do join quickly. Those who are new, you can join the Telegram channel as well, Santu Sahu UGC NET. Okay, so you will be updated regarding the daily classes in that Telegram channel. Those who are new, please make sure to subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification and to stay updated as well. Okay, so here in this YouTube video, I'll be covering some MCQs on feminism and women studies. Okay, feminism and women studies here I'll be covering. I think everything is okay here. And okay, good evening everyone. Good evening. Okay. So I'll be covering MCQs on feminism and women's studies. So let's begin without wasting your precious time. Let's begin, and here is your first question on your screen. Those who are live, you can answer in the comment box, and those who have not joined it, you can watch this session. It will be available in the playlist. So let's begin, and here is the first question on your screen. After finishing this session, I will be conducting another session. Okay, probably from 10 p.m. Okay, probably from 10 p.m. After finishing this session, I will be conducting another session from 10 p.m. Okay, so do join quickly, and here is the first question on your screen to answer. The first question is that, okay, according to Simon de Beauvoir, how does one become a man or a woman? Okay, by undergoing surgical procedures, by choosing a gender identity, by adhering to cultural norms, or by going through a process of socialization. According to Simon de Beauvoir, how does one become a man or a woman? By undergoing surgical procedures. Is it by surgical procedures or by choosing a gender identity? So can a man or a woman can choose their identity, gender identity? No. Yeah. By adhering to cultural norms. Yeah. By going through a process of socialization. Exactly how it is. Yeah. Fantastic. You're right actually. So by going through a process of socialization, a man, one become a man or woman. Exactly. So here by going through a process of socialization is the right answer. Okay, and here is the explanation, that it has been argued that having been born into one sex or another, individuals are then socialized according to spatial, 2D means 1D, 1D, specific gender expectation and roles. Biological males learn to make on masculine roles, isn't it? And they are socialized to think and act in a masculine way. Whereas biological females learn to take on feminine roles, and they are socialized to think and behave in a feminine way. Good evening. Good evening, Saurabh. Here, as the feminist writer Simon de Beauvoir puts it, one is not born, the famous quotation you see, one is not born a man but becomes one. That is, one is not born a woman but becomes one. So man and women, here they are becoming socialized. A process of socialization is making them man and women. A process of socialization is making them man or women. Okay. What does the term here? What does the term here, sex, refer in a broad sense? Gender expectation and roles, physical and physiological differences between males and females, socialization according to specific roles, and cultural differences between males and females. What does the term sex refer to in a broad sense? What would be the right answer? Let me see how many of you are able to answer these questions correctly. Read these questions carefully and do answer in the comment box, and do like the session as well. Those who have not joined it, you can watch the session. It will be available in the playlist, and you can also join the Telegram channel, that is Santhu Sahu UGC NET. You will be getting the updates regarding the classes. Okay. Okay. Some Ravi Singh C. Okay. When a child is born, okay, so the sex is determined at that time, isn't it? When a child is born, okay, the sex is determined at that time. So it is here physical and physiological differences, okay, between males and females. Yeah, exactly, good. Yeah, so sex refers to, it is actually physical and physiological, okay, differences between males and females. This one, okay. When a child is born, okay, he or she is identified, okay, that's why it is B. B is the right answer. Yeah, okay. According to Sulamit Fairson, okay, according to Sulamit Fairson, in her book, here the dialectics of sex. So remember the book, name of the book, this is a famous book by Sulamit Fairson. Remember that book, okay, the dialectics of sex. What does she suggest is women's essential weakness exploited by patriarchy. The patriarchy, okay, exploited by patriarchy. What is the essential weakness? I had posted this quiz as a quiz in the community sections probably. Emotional sensitivity, lack of education, biological capacity to reproduce, and social conformity. According to Sulamit Farston in her book, The Dialectics of Sex, what does she suggest is women's essential weakness exploited by patriarchy. Sulamit Farston's famous work, The Dialectics of Sex. What is the weakness that is being exploited by the patriarchy? Posted earlier in the morning, probably in the community sections of YouTube as well as in Telegram channel. The poll that I created, probably here. What would be the right answer? This question is repeated here. So here the right answer is biological capacity to reproduce, isn't it? So biological capacity to reproduce. What happened is that has the video stopped? Is everything okay? Is going well? Is it going well? Okay. So let me tell that the answer is actually biological capacity to reproduce. Okay. She is suggesting that the women's biological capacity to reproduce is the essential weakness that is being exploited by patriarchy. Okay. Okay. So here this one. Okay. Biological capacity to reproduce. Okay. Here you see that Sulamit Fairstein in her book The Dialectics of Sex, published in 1970. Okay, 1970. Will you tell me that Gender Trouble was published in which year? The Gender Trouble. Who has written Gender Trouble? The Gender Trouble was published in which year? Tell me. Godod and Rao and Saurabh here. Gender Trouble, who has written and when it was published? Tell me. Okay, in the comment box. Sulamit Farston, here you see in her book The Dialectics of Sex, published in 1970, suggests that patriarchy exploits women's biological capacity to reproduce as their essential weakness. She explains that the only way for women to break away from this oppression, okay, is to use technological advances of free themselves from the burden of childbirth. 1990. Excellent. So you see, after 20 years after the publication of Dialectics of Sex, remember, yeah, Judith Butler has written Gender Trouble, that was published in 1990. So remember that, okay. Before 20 years of 1970, Dialectics of Sex was published. Okay. Good evening, Anandita. So here Dialectic of Sex was published in 1970, whereas in 1990 Gender Trouble was published. Okay, 1990, 20 years ago. ऐसे remember करना, ठीक है? So you see that the only way for women to break away from the oppression is to use the technological advances of free themselves from the burden of childbirth. She advocated breaking down the biological bond between mothers and children by establishing air communes, where monogamy and nuclear family do not exist actually. Okay. Next question. According to Anna Oakley's perspective in her book Sex, Gender and Society, how does she differentiate between sex and gender? Okay. Now tell me. So according to Anne Oakley's perspective, so Anne Oakley has written the book. Good evening, everyone. So Anne Oakley's perspective in her book called Sex, Gender and Society. So this is the work by Anne Oakley. Sex, Gender and Society. How does she differentiate between sex and gender? Okay. Sex refers to the social division into male and female, while gender refers to the biological differences between males and females. Is it? Sex and gender are the terms that Anne Oakley considered interchangeable, or sex refers to the biological division into male and female, while gender refers to the parallel and socially unequal division into femininity and masculinity. Or sex refers to the cultural and social aspects related to being male or female, while gender pertains to the physical attributes of an individual. So remember, Anne Oakley has written the work Sex, Gender and Society. Sulamit Firestone has written Dialectics of Sex, Gender Trouble by Judith Butler. Kate Millett has written Sexual Politics. So what could be the right answer here? What is? You know? What is? Isn't it? I told earlier that sex is biological. Sex refers to biological division, isn't it? See, exactly good. Sex refers to the biological division, okay, into male and female, while gender is referring what? Yeah, exactly everyone. Gorod, Rao, Saurabh, everyone refers to the parallel and socially unequal division, that is gender, into femininity and masculinity. This one, sex is referred to the biological division and into male and female, while gender refers to the parallel socially unequal division into femininity and masculinity. Okay, the manners of femininity and masculinity. So here C is the right answer. Everyone excellent. And here is the next question. Who claimed that gender is a social construction and different from sex, stating in her book called Sex, Gender and Society in 1972. So Sulamit Firestone's book The Dialectic of Sex was published in 1970, whereas this book was published in 1972. By sex refers to the biological division into male and female, gender to the parallel and socially unequal division into femininity and masculinity. Mary Wollstonecraft, Simon de Beauvoir, Anne Oakley, Judith Butler. Question easy one? Tell me. So Sulamit Firestone's Dialectic of Sex was published in 1970, whereas this book was published in, okay, got it, Sex, Gender and Society. Everyone right here. Anindita, excellent. So it is Anne Oakley. Rao also, yeah. Saurabh also. So Anne Oakley has written Sex, Gender and Society, published in 1972. So C is the right answer. Excellent here. Excellent. Moving ahead to question number 6 here on your screen. Okay, here is the explanation. You see also, Anne Oakley claimed that gender is a social construction and different from sex. She stated in her books called Sex, Gender and Society, published in 1970s, sex biological division into male and female, but a gender, yeah, got it, to the parallel study and unequal division into femininity and masculinity. Okay. Okay, some questions are actually included from American literature also. What work in Leaves of Grass is an elegy dedicated to President Abraham Lincoln? What work in Leaves of Grass, okay, is an elegy dedicated to President Abraham Lincoln? Options are Songs of Myself, I Sing the Body Electric, Out of the Cradle Endlessly Rocking, When Lilacs Last in the Doriad Bloom. Here are 4 works. Within these 4 works, okay, which work is dedicated to the President called Abraham Lincoln. Excellent, Rao. So Rao is the one who gave the answer here. Excellent. So leaves of grass and elegy. It was dedicated to, yeah. Earlier I had also discussed these questions in the earlier videos. Excellent. That is when lilac last in Doriad bloom it. Excellent. Okay, and also okay. So this one here when lilacs last in the Doriad bloom. Excellent. So these were leaves of grass was dedicated to when lilacs last in the Doriad bloom. So here D is the right answer. Excellent. Excellent. Moving on to question number 7 here. I'll be conducting another session. Okay, I'll be conducting another session from 10. Okay, from 10 p.m. Okay, today. Okay, I'll be conducting another session. Okay, everyone right? Okay, 6D got it. Sorrow. But I'll be conducting another session from 10 p.m. Okay, probably. So why was Leaf of Grass controversial during its time by Walt Whitman? Leaves of Grass, written by Walt Whitman, controversial during its time. It was overly religious in its themes. It contained explicit sexual imagery. It criticized political leaders, or it lacked coherence in its structure. For which reason, Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman was controversial during its publication, about when it was published. Why was Leaves of Grass controversial during its time here? It was overly religious in its theme, or it contained explicit sexual imagery, or it criticized political leaders, or it lacked political leadership. 7C. Okay, or it lacked coherence in its structure. Okay. I had posted these questions. Okay, those who have read, isn't it? Gold, I had posted this in the Telegram channel regarding Leaves of Grass today. A note. In that note, it was written that it contained explicit sexual imagery, isn't it? I had posted this probably in the afternoon or in noon, actually at noon. So it contained explicit sexual imagery. So read those notes that I posted. Okay. So it contained explicit sexual imagery. That's why Leaves of Grass was controversial. So B is the right answer. I have posted this regarding Leaves of Grass. What is the primary focus of Leaves of Grass in terms of themes? Yeah, excellent here. That is you have Godot and Saurabh also. So you should read those notes also. What is the primary focus of Leaves of Grass in terms of themes? Religious and spiritual matters, nature and the individual's human roles, political ideology, scientific discoveries. What is the primary focus of Leaves of Grass in terms of themes? Okay, in terms of themes. After finishing these sessions, I will be doing another session from 10 p.m. Okay. This one also I posted. Yeah, nature. Excellent, everyone. Nature and the individual's human soul. What is the primary focus of Leaves of Grass in terms of themes? It is the nature and the individual's human roles. Okay, nature and the individual's human roles. Okay, excellent. This one. Okay, got 8B is the right. So everyone right here. Godot and Anindita also right. Okay. Ra also. Yeah, excellent, Ra. So these are here ideologies and these are ideas. Okay. Liberal feminism, Marxist feminism, radical feminism, then socialist feminism. By the way, it's okay. Socialist feminism. Okay. Now these are the ideologies. So we have radical feminism, liberal feminism, Marxist feminism. Okay. Socialist feminism. So liberal feminism, Marxist feminism, radical and socialist. Now, here are the ideologies of those feminists. Okay, reforming social institution and individual rights, abolition of male-controlled female sexuality, restructuring of personal and public experiences, abolition of private property. What is liberal? What is Marxist? What is radical? Socialist feminism. Liberal feminism, here in liberal means free, wants to be freed. That means seeking for rights, political rights. The women are trying to inculcate within the mainstream society. They are also seeking for their own right. Liberal is rights here. Yeah. So here, that's one, reforming social institution and individual rights. That is liberal feminism. Liberal feminism is also focusing that they also want to be a part. Yeah, exactly, sort of. They also want to be part of that mainstream society. So here liberals feminism is actually talking about the reforming social institutions and individual rights. This one. And one option that you see, Marxist, what does they say? Marxists say that abolition of private property, isn't it? So only B agar karte ho, B4, okay, this one, then A1, isn't it? Then socialist, and you have radical. You see, radical is abolition of radicalism, abolition of male and controlled female sexuality. Okay, whereas socialist actually restructuring personal and public experience, socialist feminism. Okay, so 8C, excellent. Saurabh is the one who gave the answer here. Okay, remember, liberal are talking about the rights, Marxist abolitions of private property, radical feminism is talking about that is abolition of male controlled female sexuality, whereas socialists are talking about restructuring of personal and public experience. That's why C is the right answer. The process of inculcating gender behavior is called socialization, genderization, femini, and none of the above. The process of inculcating gender को inculcate करना, the process of inculcating gender behavior is known as gender behavior. The process of inculcating gender behavior, is it feminine? No. Is it genderization? No. Then it is not feminine. The process of inculcating gender behavior, it is socialization. Okay, it is socialization, I said. Okay, socialization is the right answer. Okay, the process of inculcating gender behavior, remember, gender behavior like femininity and masculinity, inculcating those manners of femininity and masculinity, here socialization, because it is happening because of socialization, isn't it? Gender roles are result of differences in biological aptitude, are roles ascribed to men and women, roles assigned by the society to each sex, roles assigned by the society to men. What is gender roles? Same questions are repeated here. Same type of questions. Okay. The roles, excellent, sir. Excellent. 10A. No. Anindita is the one, okay, who has given the right answer here. No, Saurabh and Rao, it is not A. It is not right. Anindita, you're right actually. It is not A actually. It is not A. Anindita, you're right here. That is roles assigned by the society to each sex, isn't it? Think about what is gender roles. The roles, okay, the roles that were assigned by the society to each sex is gender roles, isn't it? Gender roles. So C is the right answer. C. No, A is not. Same questions are repeated there. Now here is the assertion questions. Okay, look, assertion original questions. Okay, teaching of feminism and women's studies in India has been depending on Western feminist theory. Yeah, excellent. Gender is social. It is socially constructed. Sex is biological. Hmm. And physiological. Hmm. So teaching of feminism and women's studies in India has been depending on Western feminist theory. This is the assertion. Because the body of theoretical knowledge based on empirical research have not been established in India. Okay. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanations for A. Okay. Ditto, do you remember that question? Okay, that from Jane Austen's. Okay, I was talking about Edward Said's no, that post-colonial study. Okay, on Jane Austen's novel, probably. So I was telling the answer of probably that post-colonial study cannot be, what was the question I can remember? From which perspective, okay, the novels cannot be studied. But it was actually A will be which one? Yeah, A is the answer. Excellent. Yeah, 11 A is the answer. Little. But here you see, remember, I told actually in that video that it cannot be studied post-colonial. But yeah, post-colonial study can be. So here, Jane Austen's novels, okay, that is Mansfield Park. What are the questions that can you remember? Diktava? So Jane Austen's novel Mansfield Park. What is happening? From President's University paper. What was the question? Can you remember? So Mansfield Park. You see Mansfield Park. Okay, this novel of Jane Austen can be studied, okay, through the lens of post-colonial. Yeah, yeah, ethnicity. Yeah, but I actually telling Mansfield Park, that is Jane Austen's which one, post-colonial study, but it can be also. It can be. Mansfield Park is also Mansfield Park. Yeah, that one. But I was wrong at that time actually. Chalo. So here actually both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. Okay. Chalo. Next question. Dash link gender inequality and women's oppression to the capitalist system of production. Dash link gender inequality and women's oppression to the capitalist system of production. Liberal feminist, Marxist feminist, radical feminist, none of the above. Excellent. Excellent, everyone. Everyone idea. Okay. Goro, Deeptaba, and Anandita. Okay. So, Deeptaba, have you taken the admissions? Okay. How was your score? You did not tell me. How was your score CUTPG? You didn't tell me even. So here, Marxist feminist. Yeah. So Marxist feminist link gender inequality and women's oppression. Excellent, everyone, right here. Okay. Anandita, Saurabh, Deeptaba, Guru, everyone, right here. Marxist feminist. Marxist feminist link gender inequality and women's oppression to the capitalist system of production. Marxist feminist. Okay. The book Second Sex was authored by Jane Austen, Mark Twain, Ellen, Simon the Beaver. Tell me. Easy one. So 13 is on the screen here. 13 is on the screen. Okay. Excellent, excellent, everyone. So yes, Simon the Beaver has written the second sex. Excellent. This one. Chalo. Next question. Marxist feminist attempt, everyone write it, everyone. Marxist feminist attempt to explain how, that is how one that is one. Okay, let me do this actually. Enter 1, 3, and 4. Okay, now tell. Okay, so Marxist feminists attempt to explain how gender relations operate in a society. Gender relations are universal and gender relations are connected. No, sure. Gender relations are universal. Gender relations are connected with the process of production and reproduction, and gender relations are crucial for property. Which one? One. Marxist feminist. Okay, C 1, 3, and 4. 1, 3, and 4 exactly. 1, 3, and 4. 1. No. Sorry. 3. No. What is happening? Everyone is saying 1, 3, 4. Gender. Okay. Gender relations operate in a society. That is true. Gender relations are universal. अरे क्या हो रहा है? हर दिन ऐसे होता है. Any solution? Does anybody know why it is happening so? One. Gender relations are universal. No, that is wrong. Mm, 1 and 3. This one. See. You see. Gender relations are crucial for property. That is wrong. It is about the view of Marxist feminist. Okay. Gender relations are operate in a society. That is true. Gender relations are universal. Marxist feminists are, they are not saying this. Marxist feminists, okay, they're Marxist feminists. Okay. It is not about only about the feminist. Marxist feminists. Gender relations are concerned with the process of production and reproduction. That is true. Okay. So 1 and 3 is the answer. Only this one. 1 and 3. This one. Yeah. Okay. 1 and 3 is the answer. A is the answer. Assassin reason question. Sexuality, no. A is the right answer. Sexuality is often considered primarily biological and socially the part of private domain. Okay. Men dominate over women in sexual relations. Assassin reason questions. Okay. Yeah, property. Hmm. Hmm. But gender relations are crucial for property. That is not. Here, what is the answer? In question number 14, that what I have marked, that would be the right answer. What I have marked, that would be the right answer here. Question number 14. Sexuality is often considered primarily biological and socially the part of private domain. That is true. Men dominate over women in sexual relation. That is also true. So here A and R both are true. isn't it? Sexuality is often considered primarily biological and socially the part of private domain. Men dominate over women in sexual relations. So here B is the right answer. Education is a strong vehicle of women's equality and empowerment. Okay. Resource mobilization and management of mass education is a challenge of Indian educators. So there will be 7 types of feminism. I'll be posting one by one, okay, in the group. Don't worry. Like radical feminism, liberal feminism, Marxist feminism, socialist feminism, third wave of feminism also there is also another type of feminism. I can't remember right now, but I'll be posting one by one. Don't worry. But in the above question, 14 question number 14, that what I marked, that would be the right answer actually. Okay. So education is a strong vehicle of women's equality and empowerment. Then tell me. What would be the right answer here? Education is a strong vehicle of women's equality and empowerment. That is true. The reason is that resource mobilization and management of mass education is challenge of Indian educators. Yeah, exactly, Saurabh. Both A and R true. Both A and R true. Okay. Hmm. रिसोर्स मोबिलाइजेशन मीन्स जो प्रोवाइड करता है, जो प्रोवाइड करता है, ठीक है. रिसोर्स मोबिलाइजेशन मीन्स जो प्रोवाइड करता है. नो, resource mobilization and management of mass education is a challenge of Indian educators. That is also true. Mass education is, isn't it? Mass education is a challenge, isn't it? That is also true. Good. Which is not the form of qualitative research. We have quantitative research in research. So we have here in the research there is a paper unit 2 probably, the paper 1 of UGC NET. So here there are research types of research. So in that research we have quantitative research, okay, quantitative research and qualitative research, okay, qualitative research, quantitative and quality, which is not the form of here, which is not the form of qualitative research. Okay. Case study, oral history, survey, focus group discussion, which is not the form of qualitative research. Qualitative research. Quality and quality. You can understand by the name. Quantitative and quality. ये बहुत मारेंगे तुम लोग को. Quality. Quality. सर्वे नंबर नहीं होता है क्या? सर्वे is dealing with numbers, isn't it? Survey deals with numerical. So qualitative, does qualitative deal with numerical things, numbers? Case history, oral history, focus group discussion, these are all qualitative, isn't it? But survey is totally numerical, numbers. That's why survey is here quantitative. Survey is quantitative, but it's case study, oral history, focus group discussion, these are all qualitative. जब कोई सर्वे करने आता है ना, वो क्या करता है? नंबर लिखता है ना. So based on numerical things, that's why survey is actually quantitative, isn't it? So which is not qualitative? This one, survey is not. Got it? Achieve barriers of female education in India. Achieve barriers of female education in India are shortage of female teachers, inadequate school facilities. 17C. नहीं आया, मतलब 16C था. चलो, The chief barriers of female education in India: shortage of female teachers, inadequate school of facilities, gender bias in school curriculum, inadequate English schools. 1, 2 only, 1, 2, 3 only, 4 only. Okay, inadequate English school. That is wrong. Okay. Inadequate school facilities. That is true. Gender bias in school curriculum. 2 and 3 also right. And then what are the barriers, the hindrance? Okay. What are the barriers? Okay, some Subhrangshu Gurud are saying B. Yeah, exactly B. 1, 2, and 3. Exactly. 1, 2, and 3. This one. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Saurabh, it was okay. B was the right answer. Now, why did you delete it? So B is the right answer, everyone. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent, Subhrangshu Gurud and Saurabh, everyone. Yeah. So, yeah, Bravo, it is B. That is 2. Got it. Excellent. Now, after some written questions. Women and girls bear more consequences of gender-based violence as compared with that of men. Okay, this is the assertion. Okay, and the reason is that women and girls are the primary target for gender-based violence. Both A and R false. A is true and false. Read the questions and okay, with calmness. Read the questions. Okay. CUTPG aspirants. Okay. Assertion written questions will be like this. Okay. And even UGC NET exams. Okay. There are such questions we will be finding. Okay. So you have to read the lines very carefully and have to solve with calmness. With calmness. Okay. Okay. Women and girls. Okay, anyone apart from all this? Everyone is saying C. Okay. So women and girls, both A and R2, R is the correct explanation of A. Saying women and girls are the primary target. Okay. Women's are girls the primary target for gender-based violence. Is it? Is it? Okay, so I'll be going with also C, this one. Okay, both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation. Okay, so next question. Women must be under the control of their father, brother, husband, and son. Was said by whom? Kautilya, Manu, Parasra, and Vasishtha. Who has said here? Women must be under the control of their father, brother, husband, and son. Okay, excellent. Swati, how are you? Manu. This is Manu. Yeah. Manu had said women must be under the control of their father, brother, and husband and son. How is this remark? Okay. Manu has said this line. Okay. Yeah, Manu. Manu is there. So is the exam over? Swati. The reason for low literacy rate of Dalit females is due. The reason for low literacy rate of Dalit females is due to which one? Everyone right actually. 19B. Okay. Got it. Manu. Manu was the right answer. Now we have question number 20. I'll be conducting another session. Okay. From 10 p.m. I'll be conducting another session from Yeah, Manusmriti. Exactly. Hmm. Hmm. Excellent, Guru. Hmm. Hmm. No, 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 no. Continued monopolization of the resources by middle and upper class group, that is true. The stronger influence of casteism in the rural. Yeah, I am also fine here. Okay, okay. One more left. So when is the last paper? So when is the last paper? I am also fine here, Swati. It is D actually. Rao, it is D actually. Okay, all the above. Okay, all the above. The stronger influence of casteism in the rural areas, the control of Dalit customs over Dalit women. Okay, look, look. Being a woman, hmm, he's also okay tortured. He's also tortured. She's also tortured hmm, by the Dalits as well. So yeah, D is the right answer actually. The Dalit male also tortured the Dalit women. It is because of the Dalit customs. 19D is 20D is the right answer. Okay, 19. Okay, got it, Swati. So D is the okay. Which of the following structural variables determine women's work in India? So the Dalit women are tortured being women as well as a Dalit. Okay, women plus being a Dalit. Okay, they're tortured. Okay, they are tortured because they are women, even Dalits. So within that caste, there is also okay, this. Which of the following structural variables determine women's work in India? Regional difference, that is true. Labor market, that is true. The family caste, class, that is true. Religion also true. All that. Is it? All that. रीजनल में क्या होता है वुमेन्स का वर्क डिफरेंट होता है इजंट इट स्ट्रक्चरल वेरिएबल्स डिटरमाइन वुमेन्स वर्क इन इंडिया ठीक है या एक जगह का वुमेन दूसरा काम करता है दूसरा जगह वुमेन दूसरा काम करता है इजंट इट लेबर मार्केट ठीक है द फैमिली कास्ट एंड क्लास रिलीजन all these are true actually 1 2 3 4 all these are no all regional differences labor market the family caste and class all these are true actually 21 here that you have A is the right answer exactly 21A all everyone excellent right excellent which social reformer viewed that the subjugation of women as an instrument for maintaining Brahmanical dominance in Indian society. Brahmanical dominance in Indian society. So the subjugations. Now, who are the Dalits? Those who are socially, politically, and economically tortured. They are the Dalits, socially, economically, and politically. So here, social reformer, the subjugation of women as an instrument for maintaining Brahmanical dominance in Indian society. Jyotiba Phule, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishchandra Vidyasagar, and Kar. Who has said? So after finishing these sessions, okay, Jyotiba Phule, excellent Subramsh is the one who gave the answer here. It was Jyotiba Phule. Jyotiba Phule, excellent Subramshu. Jyotiba Phule viewed the subjugation of women as an instrument for maintaining Brahmanical dominance in Indian society. It is Jyotiba Phule. No, sorry, Jyotiba Phule is the right answer. Okay. Do you like the sessions? Okay. Do you like these questions? Okay. Do you like these questions? Yeah. So then do like as well. Among the following, yeah, excellent. It is also A is the right answer. Jyotiba Phule. Among the following, which is not an ideology of feminism? Which is not an ideology of feminism? Okay, which is not an ideology of feminism? Okay, I'll be making a separate video on types of feminism. Okay, radical, liberal, Marxist, everything. I'll be doing one by one. Don't worry. So among the following, which is not an ideology of feminism? So, okay. Identifying the existing social realities from the standpoint of women, questioning the gender blindness of mainstream, questioning the power of dominant classes, promoting the replacement of dominant classes. Yeah, makes sense. It is not an ideology. Got it. Got it. Identifying the existing social realities from the standpoint of women. That is true. Questioning the gender blindness of mainstream theories. That is true. Questioning the power of dominant class. That is also true. But promoting the replacement of dominant class. That is not an ideology of the feminism. Excellent. Godot was the one who gave the answer. Then it was Saurabh and Subram. So excellent. Rao. Okay, I'll be making a separate video. Okay. I'll be making a separate video. Don't worry. Okay. I am hoping that I'll be making very soon. Yeah. Women studies became an academic discipline during second wave of feminism, first wave of feminism, third wave of feminism, fourth wave of feminism. Women studies became an academic discipline. I am telling you here that during the second wave of feminism. Second wave of feminism. During the second wave of feminism, women studies became an academic discipline. During the second wave of feminism. Second wave of feminism. Next question. Feminist research aims to research on women by men for women. No. 24, everyone. I had already given the answer. Second wave of feminism. Second wave of feminism. Second wave of feminism. Chalo. Feminist research aims to research on women by men and for women. Research for women, by women and on women. Kya? Research on women, about women and this one. Tell me. Feminist research aims to research on women, about women and of women. Which one? For women, by women and on women. Excellent, Godot. Excellent. Research on women, about women and of women. Feminist research. By women कैसे हो सकता है? By women, everybody can research on women. Feminist. So research on women, about women, of women. That is feminist research. Why you are saying all the research on women, about women, of women, feminist research. Male domination in the society is referred to as monarchy, oligarchy, patriarchy, and anarchy. Hmm. Yeah, it is C. And what is oligarchy? Oligarchy is a form of government. Yeah. So patriarchy is the right. So oligarchy is the form of government that is characterized by the rule of few persons. Okay, by the rule of few persons or families. Few persons or families. Okay. And it was used by first oligarchy was first used by that is Greek philosopher called Aristotle. Okay, Aristotle had for the first time had used oligarchy. Oligarchy is a form of government characterized by a rule of few persons or families, that is oligarchy. Okay? And it is for the first time used by the Greek philosopher called Aristotle. Here patriarchy is the right answer. Muted group theory speaks about the women's educational status, occupational status, dominations, and silence. Muted group theory speaks about the women's educational status, occupational status. So who used for the first time oligarchy? It was Aristotle. It is Aristotle who for the first time has used oligarchy, the Greek philosopher. Okay, so muted group theory speaks about science. Muted group theory, muted. No, muted group theory speaks about the women's silence. The muted group theory speaks about the women's silence. So here D is the right answer. D is the right answer. Women are highly concentrated in low-paying jobs. Okay, this exemplifies matriarchy, sexual harassment, feminizations of poverty, institutional sexism. Women are highly concentrated in low-paying jobs. This exemplifies which kind of ideology here? Matriarchy, sexual harassment, feminizations of poverty, and institutions of poverty, feminism poverty, and institutional sexism. Okay. After completing this one, I will be conducting another session. Got it. So Brahmsu is the one, then Borod also, then Anandita also, everyone. It is institutional sexism. Yeah. Women are highly concentrated in low-paying jobs. This exemplifies here institutional sexism. So D is the right answer. D. Institutional sexism is the right answer. Yeah, excellent everyone. Right questions, right answer. Assessment questions here. Sexism refers to the belief or attitude that one sex is inferior and less valuable than the other. Okay. The reason is that sexism widely prevails in Indian society. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanations for A. Both A and R are false. A is true, R is false. Both A and R are true, and R is not the correct explanation. 29 is on your screen. 10. Sexism refers to the belief or attitude that one sex is inferior to the less valuable than the other. And because sexism widely prevails in Indian society. Is it? Yeah. Both A and R true, but R is not the correct explanations for D is the right answer. Excellent. So Anandita, everyone right here. So here D is the correct answer. R is not the correct explanations for D. That is question number 30. Last question probably. Okay. Today's last question. So I'll be conducting another session as well. What is correct about women studies movement? Okay. The women studies movement has made some major breakthrough in the content of research as well as in the methodological employed. Its aim has been to outdo the men in power hierarchy and ensure more power for women, or it got momentum by the support of government, or it has appraised the social scientists of the existence of gender as a form of social inequality. What is the correct about women studies movement? A C D only, B C D, B only, and A D only. 30 is on your screen here. Wherever each on it be. What would be the right? Read the lines very carefully. बी तो नहीं होगा, ओके, बी तो नहीं होगा। Excellent, excellent everyone. Yeah. So it is not to outdo the men. It is not to outdo the men in power. So the current movement, the Women Studies movement, has made some major breakthrough in the contents of research as well. That is true. It got momentum by the support of government. That is true. It has appraised the social scientists of the existence of gender as from a social inequality. That is also in some point true. So here you have that is A, C, and D is the right answer. So these were all 30 questions that I have discussed along with explanation. Okay. I hope you have liked. Yeah, A is the right answer. Everyone, Saurabh also, Subramsu also, everyone. I hope you have liked the session. Do like the session and make sure to subscribe the channel. Okay, I'll be conducting another sessions. Okay, from 10 p.m. Okay, from 10 p.m. Do join. Okay, do join. Okay. Okay, then see you soon. Okay, I'll be ending the session here. See you soon. I'll be conducting another session from 10 p.m. Okay. Have your dinner and take rest. Then I'll be starting another session. Okay. Got it, everyone? Topic. I that should be miscellaneous. Okay, that should be miscellaneous. Not a single topic. Not on a single topic. Okay. So Bramsu, not on a single topic. Do like the session as well. Okay, do like the session. Thank you once again for everyone. Thank you once again everyone for your support. So let's end the session here. I hope you have liked the video. So I'll be conducting another session. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's end the session here. Okay. See you soon. Exactly. 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 Okay. So let's end the session. Hmm? Hmm. See you soon. Yeah. See you soon at 10.